companies, including Fab Fashions, by Da Silva and Associates, a private equity firm based in New York. When she looked up Da Silva and Associates, Jess discovered that the major partner and CEO was Morgan Da Silva, who was 65 years old and had been on the Forbes rich list for yonks, which meant he was a billionaire. He was divorced, surprise, surprise, with one son, Benjamin Da Silva, the idiot they'd sent out. A clear case of nepotism at work, given his lack of intelligence and lateral thinking. The office phone rang and Jess snatched it up. "Murphy's hire car," she said, trying not to let her irritation show through in her voice.
"Hi there. I have a problem which I sure hope you can help me with."
The voice was male, with an American accent. Jess did her best to put aside any bias she was currently feeling towards American males. "I'll do my best, sir," she said as politely as she could manage.
"I need to hire a car and driver for 3 full days, starting first thing tomorrow morning."
Jess's eyebrows lifted. They didn't often have people wanting to hire one of their cars and drivers for that length of time. Mostly, Murphy's hire car did special events which began and ended on the one day. Weddings, graduations, anniversary dates, trips to Sydney Airport, that sort of thing. Based on the Central Coast, a couple of hours north of Sydney, they weren't an overly large concern. They only had 7 hire cars, which included 3 white limousines for weddings and other flash events, 2 white Mercedes sedans for less flash events, and 1 black limousine with tinted windows for people with plenty of money who wanted privacy. Recently, her father had bought a vintage blue convertible Cadillac, but it wouldn't be ready for hiring till next week, having needed new leather seats. Jess knew without even looking up this weekend's bookings on the computer that she wouldn't be able to help the American. They had several weddings on, not uncommon given that it was spring. "I'm sorry, sir, but we're fully booked this weekend. You'll have to try someone else." His weary sigh elicited some sympathy in Jess.
"I've already tried every other hire car company on the Central Coast," he said. "Look, are you absolutely certain you can't wangle something? I don't need a limo or anything fancy. Any car and driver would do. I have to be in Mudgee for a wedding on Saturday, not to mention the stag party tomorrow night. The groom's my best friend, and I'm the best man. But a drunk driver ran into me last night, wrecked my rental, and left me unable to drive myself. I've a bunged-up right shoulder."
"That's terrible." Jess hated drivers who drank. "I truly wish I could help you, sir." Which she genuinely did. It would be awful if he couldn't make it to his best friend's wedding.
"I'm prepared to pay over and above your normal rates,"
he offered, just as she was about to suggest he try one of the larger hire car firms in Sydney. They could surely send a car up to him lickety-split. He might even have success hiring an ordinary taxi. "How much over and above?" she asked, thinking of the hefty repayments she had to make on her SUV.
"If you get me a car and a driver, you can name your own price."
Wow, Jess thought. This American had to be loaded. He could probably afford to charter a helicopter. Not that she was going to suggest such a thing. Jess wasn't about to look a gift horse in the mouth. "Okay, Mr.
Da Silva," he said.
Jess's mouth dropped open.
"Benjamin Da Silva,"
he elaborated. Jess's mouth remained agape as she took in this amazing coincidence. With his being American and having such a distinctive name, he had to be the same man.
"Are you still there?"
he finally asked after 20 seconds of shocked silence. Yes, I'm still here. Sorry, I was distracted for a moment. The cat just walked onto my keyboard and I lost a file." In actual fact, the family Moggy was sound asleep on a sun-drenched windowsill, a good 10 meters away from Jess's desk.
"You have a cat in your office?"